All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Monday night call, February 1st. How many of you, show of hands, love the beginning of a new month? I do. What is it? It's just so refreshing, isn't it? It's a new month, a new beginning, a reset, all of those things. It's just like a rebirth. And so it is the 1st of February. We're going into the month of all things love and appreciated. So I'm so happy about that. But I want you to take a pause and take a look and think about, what worked for you in January. Stay with that. What didn't work for you in January, kick it out. All right, because this is a new month and a new beginning, and we are so excited. So the theme of the call tonight is all about join the club. And this is join the club concept. It's not new, but it's taken on a global energy, okay? So many people now are more aware of the benefits of joining the club, and what that means is becoming a qualified business, why it's important for you to set it as a goal, and the blessings of that there are just so many. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight, why you want to join the club, this international global club, what it'll do for you, your business, your paycheck, and why it is so exciting to be a part of it. So I thought what we would do tonight is kick it right off, because there's a once a month call with Simon Bowler and Ernesto Hartog, and they're both out of the UK office, but they have developed this once a month call where they invite national marketing directors, presidential marketing directors from around the globe to come together and talk about this concept of joining the club and qualifying your business. And this 2 weeks ago, they featured Joy Kelly, and Joy is an international marketing director out of California. And I thought her segment was so good that I wanted to share it with you tonight. So we're going to run Joy Kelly's piece of that program, and then at the end of our call tonight, we're going to showcase Brian Marsh out of Australia. But I thought we'd start with Joy Kelly. So Kathy, whenever you are ready to run that, that'll be so exciting.
Focus on becoming a 3 club, a 6 club, 12 club.
Kathy, we can't hear you. Stay tuned, guys. You're going to try it again, Kathy, or it's not going to take? Going to try it again.
There's some kind of a network error that it's not letting it replay. Let me, you keep talking, Terry. I'm going to see if I can't relaunch the whole thing.
Okay. Well, let's talk about what is a qualified business. And then, yes, Abby says, I can't wait to share this call with my new QSCs, because that's part of the plan. All right. Our goals are you do the Partner Plus, in a couple of days, and then you do your QSC. And really, I think that the next step, while focusing on sales coordinator, is also at the same time building your customer base so that you become the qualified business. And roughly what it takes to qualify your business is about 25 trio orders. And Kathy, do you want to try that now?
Okay. Yeah, let me try.
Think 25 trio orders, guys.
A qualifying business. Why should our partners build a qualified business in the first place? And why should they sort of go on to focus on becoming a 3 club, a 6 club, 12 club, 24, etc.?
I love this question, Simon. I don't know if you saw me become a 100 Club back in
I did.
2010.
I remember. Yeah.
So I got to go
absolutely.
on stage as Carmen Miranda, and I got to bring all my qualifiers up with me. And we actually did this we did a flash mob. It was really amazing. And
It was
Doug
amazing.
Barlow was up. Doug Barlow was singing, but I had a bunch of people from my team actually share their stories and what it meant to be a 100 Club, but also does it mean to be a club? And I think that there's 4 things that it's really important to stress when we're teaching people about building a club. The first thing that we teach them is that it's in your economic interest, right? Most people that get involved in our business want to make a part-time income, and building a club is the first way to get there, to building that small side business that you've got that maybe provides for extracurricular activities, that maybe provides for an extra trip that you do, but really from an economic standpoint. Now, as you get a team under you, of course, you have to have a qualified business to pick up that extra bonus, right? So I had someone last month, this happened just last month, who she didn't pay attention. She was only a couple $100 off from qualifying and her paycheck was cut in half. So it was a big aha for her to learn that. So there's an economic benefit. Of course, the bigger your team becomes, that part of your paycheck becomes bigger and bigger and bigger. So it becomes a habit, right? That you're always qualified. And I love how some countries have that as a reward when you keep your business qualified. So I think that's great. The second thing is teaching. As someone builds a qualified business, they're learning, oh, this is how I get a customer. This is how I take care of a customer. This is how I onboard a customer. And then when that customer has great results, oh, this is how I start a distributor. This is how I take care of a distributor. So it's a great teaching experience. That's the second thing. The third thing is that everybody who gets involved in this business, I would say almost to the last person, whenever you ask them what they want out of this business in the beginning, they just say, I just want to help people, right? How many times do we hear that? I just want to help people.
Yeah.
And we get it. Everybody wants to help people. But when you have a qualified business, you basically, if you think about it, it's somewhere around, depends on your country, but somewhere around 35 to 40 people that you've impacted their health in a positive way. And if you look back at our ancestors, that was a village. That was a village. That was a small tribe. And so we talked about that. And if you want to see my 100 Club video, just go to YouTube and put in Joy Kelly 100 Club, and you can see it's a 3-part video where we talk about these villages that team members who built clubs have been able to do, the lives that they've been able to impact, the villages that they've been able to create. So you can think of every single club on your team as a small village whose life you have impacted. And that's the fourth point that I really want to make, is that it's a sense of pride. And I really want to instill that in my team members, that you building that qualified business is something to be proud of, and you don't ever want to let that go. And you want to share that with the people that join your team.
I love those 4 bullets. And I just want to talk to you a little bit about all 4 bullets. And if you guys want to contribute something. First thing Joyce said, it's in your economic best interest. I'm going to tell you right now, this is what I know. All these new girls that, made QSC today, or if you're sitting at the QSC position, you achieve that goal. When you're a qualified business, your paycheck will double. Okay. And while you're developing that qualified business, it's the stepping stone sales coordinator. And when you're the sales coordinator, qualified business, remember, I'm talking about 25 trios here in the United States. 25 trios will do that for you. That's when you are now approaching what I call the comma club. And you are developing that paycheck of $1,000 per month. All right. And that is something that you can maintain. So it is definitely in your economic best interest. The other thing that I have seen, and Joy did not mention, I think it's practically my number 1 reason for qualifying, is that you've got 25, you're building that customer base. If you take care of that customer, not just that your next box is due to ship, but if you help that customer realize that they are having an experience, they realize the value of what they're taking because they now realize their experience, that's where your distributor base is going to come from. We are a company. 90% of our distributors rise up because they are satisfied, preferred customers, 90 to 95%. Yes, there are the 5%ers out there who sign up for the product and the business on day one. I did that. Okay, I was a 5%er, but most of our distributors show up because they're satisfied, preferred customers. And so that leads into what Joyce said next. It was the teaching, the experience. So as you are developing your qualified business base, that's when you're learning how to onboard, how to take care of them, you know, how to go from one, what's the purpose of a conversation? It's the next conversation, how to take them from conversation to conversation until they have that aha moment. So if you've got a nice, rich base of customers, I'm going to tell you economic best interest, and there's your distributor base sitting there, waiting to be birthed and developed. So I loved those two teaching points very, very much. Anybody else that want to throw anything in about how they view the benefits of being a qualified business? Does that pretty much cover it? I just think it has to be part of our goal setting strategy. For, P+, QSC, Qualified Business Sales Coordinator. And I think there's the trajectory, and that's how it's going to show up. I want to talk to you guys, when I joined the company, we had no installment program. We had 0 installment program. And you could buy your way to what is now the QSC position. And so I did. The day that I signed up for Juice Plus, I ordered 30 boxes of capsules. 30 boxes of capsules. Now you remember, I'm chronic fatigue syndrome, fibromyalgia, IBS, hard to get out of bed. And sitting in my hallway was 30 boxes of Juice Plus capsules. All right, but I made the decision that I was going to go find 30 customers, and I did. All right, and so today you are so blessed, okay, with the installment plan, with all of the tools that we had, that you don't have to order 30 boxes and have it sitting in your hallway. That's pretty amazing. So, all right, to continue the program tonight, what I wanted to do was give a shout out. I win, you win, we all win. And this month, as a team up organization, under that umbrella is, Jamie's team and Holly's team and Kathy's team and Abby's team and Nancy's team and Judy's team. You're all part of that. But guys, we came close to almost 700 new AROs in January. And what that says to me? You know what that says to me? We're back. That says we're back. All right. That means we're engaged and we're focused and we're celebrating and we're sharing the message. We have, I think, 25 new team members came to team in the month of January. And so I'm excited. I think we're setting the pace for an incredible 2021. So I thought tonight we would celebrate a little bit because I'm looking at, I think every single person that's here is somewhere on the leaderboard with at least 3 or more customers. All right, Pamelia, even though Pamelia is telling us she had a slow January, what did you have? I think 6 new AROs, Nancy McCarter, Ann Hunter, Paula, you're all on the leaderboard. Joan Hunter, Abby, I think Abby had 14 new AROs, something like that.
Sonia had 12.
What?
Sonia had 12. I didn't hear you say Sonia, sorry.
May I continue?
I'm
Sure.
so sorry.
Sonia.
It was supposed to be muted.
Okay, Sonia. Sonia, I have asked Sonia to share because Sonia blew it out of the park, got completely engaged in January. All right, and I wanted her to share with you 12 new AROs. Sonia, what did you do?
Hello, hello. Don't worry, Camellia. Stop. It's okay. I see her like hiding behind her hand.
Okay, it's the mama bear in her.
I will say thank you because she has been calling me and saying, you're having a great month. So I really appreciate the support and the cheering on. So thank you, Pamelia. You're always my biggest cheerleader, as you are, Terry. You know, I think a lot of it is just staying, being persistent, because I have been talking to some of these friends. These are close friends of mine that I've known for years, and they've known I do Juice Plus, and they've known about it, and they've been, you know, and I've had them in the Farm Fresh Nutrition, some of them, and some of them I haven't. But I think, thank you. I think I'm just keeping the conversation going. And really, I think it's just, I don't want to say it's a fluke that it all happened in January, but I think January is a time where people are thinking, I got to get my act together and I want to get healthier. And when you're there picking up the phone and checking on them, they're like, oh yeah, I should have, you know, I wanted to. So I think it's just about being persistent mostly, and just keeping them in mind with different, you know, there's so many events. So someone, you know, you might call for Solomon Simmons, someone else you might want to have them listen to a doctor speak, and just not giving up. I think the other key is I'm getting out of my head and following my heart. That is really big for me, because my head, when I get in my head, I pause and I second guess, and I just, nope, I care about this person, I'm picking up the phone, or I'm going to send them a note, or I'm not going to worry how they may interpret my text. I'm just going to send it, and with good intention. And I think that's what it is. The mindset has shifted for me, and I'm not going to back down. And I think I'm still playing small. I will add that, because I haven't been on social media a whole lot, because I've been kind of managing a lot with the home, but it's still, I can do even better job. Now I'm realizing, gosh, if I was actually out there shouting it from the rooftops, I could get double that. So I'm going to push myself this month and get on social media more.
All right, I absolutely love that. You know, and I think that's the shift that I've seen in you. And I know Pamelia has seen that in you, is the shift. All of a sudden, just, you know, was the door of opportunity is called push. I think I posted that the other day. You got to push a little bit. And it's frightening. And I think another Terryism that I want to quote is that at the end of the day, guys, we're all like a tea bag. And we really don't have any value until you stick us in some hot water. And so there you have it. And thanks for doing that, Sonia. Thanks for stepping out and jumping into the hot water, because that's what it's all about. I applaud you for that. I'm thrilled for you. I'm thrilled for you. All right, guys, coming up February 8th is when we launch our new shred, and we have partnered with Strong 20 Shred 10, which is part of the Jamie Cantrell organization. So just like Joan did, start putting people in, tag them so that we can all celebrate them and welcome them. Very important. And the other thing too is, as you are developing preferred customers, please add them to a preferred customer Facebook page with their picture. Give them a shout out so that everybody can welcome them. When you're welcome to a team page, you know, a product page, and you get 10, 15 people welcoming you, guess what your customer is going to do? They're going to start looking at everything else that's posted on that page, and it becomes very experiential for them. So that's exciting. And I wanted to invite Dr. Joan Hunter to announce a very special program that she is launching again to really enforce customer experience and distributor experience. Go ahead, Joan.
Hi, everybody. So I think most of you know I recently got my lifestyle medicine certification. I'm an internist by trade, and in the last year become really interested in this new subspecialty of medicine, lifestyle medicine, and it very well fits with our Shred 10 program. I am launching a plant-based cooking course, and I'm going to be hosting that every other Friday, starting this Friday, February 5th. And you're going to get a meal plan, a shopping list, some videos, and no kitchen experience is required, no plant-based experience is required. You don't have to want to become a vegan to do this course. And we're going to learn and cook together. So I'm really looking forward to it. And Terry's going to be there, Pamelia's going to be there, Nancy's going to be there, and Hunter's my co-host. So we're going to have a great time, and I look forward to seeing some of this community there.
And I'm going to announce it on our Transform 2021 page. And Abby, if you have anybody that you want to have them, join in and be a part of this cooking program, because if this was offered by Forks Over Knives, what would be the value of this program, Joan?
Well, they are offering it. This is with a 25% off special price for $395. And I am doing this for free for anyone who wants to participate with me and be there live and give feedback. So.
Okay, and I think that's something that those of you that are very proficient on social media might want to put out to the greater organization, all right? Because I think it could, again, the services and the tools that we provide for our customers is absolutely extraordinary. So thank you for that. Next week on the Monday night call, it's going to all be about the power of the omegas. And I've already lined up some amazing omega stories. So it will be something that we will stream into Transform 2021, but I'm so glad that we're going to capture it and we can start really, it's Heart Month, the benefits of the omegas to overall health. So that is going to be absolutely wonderful. All right, so with just 5 minutes left, I wanted to end the program tonight with National Marketing Director out of Australia, Brian Mark, and his thoughts on joining the club, qualifying your business, and what it means for him. He's wildly successful in Australia.
That's kind of how we were able to get people attached to this amazing mission of what we do. Thanks,
Fantastic.
Simon.
By the way, I can see you love that subject, by the way. You could talk on that one for a long time. I know that, Brian. So I heard this a long time ago, actually, and of course it's still relevant. It's that find your why that makes you cry. Sounds a little bit corny, a little bit cheesy, but that is something that is going to truly root you in this business. When somebody comes along and gives you a slap, whatever it might be, you're so rooted, that is it. You are staying there because you know your why. And then, of course, what Brian says is have a love affair with the Juice Plus company, right? Fall in love with the products and become a product of the product. And I can guarantee you, if you're a product of the product, you will not be leaving the Juice Plus company. I can guarantee you. And Esther, what did you pull out of that?
Cool. Help people to become more. I mean, isn't that beautiful? Isn't that what we all do? I always say the mission of the company is actually building the vision of the company is building a long-lasting company that helps as much people as possible realize their dreams. This is what everybody else is doing. Every partner out there is helping other people realize their dream. I like the mission where you said it's like the glue, the people will be high performing because they're on the mission with you. So many things in there as well for me, Brian. And yeah, I see it also, Simon. You could talk for ages talking about that topic. So great stuff. And I must say, what a great energy. Sometimes you have these calls, it's like you're sitting all together in the living room, talking a little bit about the business, and you forget the 500 other people that are also watching, right? So this was truly an amazing evening for me.
Fantastic. I mean, what I would like to do.
I think we missed Brian Marsh's piece. That was the wrap up. Brian Marsh piece was right before that, and it was extraordinary. If you could back it up, is that possible? Just a little bit so that we could hear Brian. They were recapping Brian. Let's see if we can do that.
Hey, Terry, while she's doing that, I'd like to recognize somebody talking about qualified businesses. Do you mind?
Go right ahead.
Well, I want to recognize Martha Durham. You see her sitting right here. She has the most preferred customers in my whole organization. She has the most, and she's been qualified 227 months in a row. Martha Durham, she's Paula's sponsor. That is amazing.
200 and how many months, Judy? 200.
227. Well, stand up, Martha. Go ahead to bow. Yay, Martha.
That's commitment, guys, and that's loving the product, loving who we are. Martha, hats off to you. Imagine she never once slipped out of qualification in all those years. Those of you that are good at math, divide that by 12, and that'll tell you how many years Martha has been qualified. That's amazing. That is so cool. Wow. All right, here we go. I want you to hear from Brian Marsh.
Healthy living around the world. What does that mean for you, Brian Marsh? And how do we really integrate that into our teams?
Simon, thank you so much. That is a great question. And you know what? I feel like I'm only successful because I want to empower women too. I want to empower mums. So if you're a guy in this business, you need to be focused on that too. I think when I joined, what made a lot of sense to me, I'd done some Simon Sinek work. You know, people buy why you do what you do, not what you do. And so that, and in my other businesses, we were very focused on the why, very focused on a mission, very focused on our vision. So people buy where you're going. People are not going to buy what you do. So for us, when we show up with people and we provide a solution, it's about taking them on a journey and going somewhere. Did you know that high performance people, it's 30% more likely to be a high performing person if you're attached to a mission? Who wants high performing people in their team? 30% more likely to be high performing if you are attached to a mission of where you are going. When we first started, we wanted mums to be more than a mum. We were very focused on mums because that's why I joined, because my wife, being a mum, wanted more. She wanted to get out of the house. She wanted to learn and grow and find, it was a hobby, I suppose, in the beginning for her. She just wanted to do something, but we saw what it could be for everybody around us. So our mission, our vision was very focused on helping mums, empowering mums, helping mums to become more than a mum. But we could only do that if we aligned with the Juice Plus mission, all right, of inspiring healthy living around the world. So those two things together is what lit us up on our mission, our vision to go somewhere, to create something, to help people become more. How do we do it when people join our business? Well, we wanted to create a culture of people being a product of the product. Because if they weren't transforming their life through our amazing product, we knew they weren't going to attach themselves to our mission or our vision and weren't going to be on the journey with us. That was the most important thing. Make sure they take the product, make sure they understood the product, make sure they fall in love with the product. But from a business point of view, if they're not taking the product, they're canceling the product. If they're not taking the product, they can't build a successful business because they're always having to find new customers if they're not educating people on taking the product. So that was number one, is make sure they're taking the product daily, right? Make sure they fall in love with the product. Then we wanted them to document their journey. Go and tell the world what the product, what our programs have done for them. And that's the way we attach them to a mission of helping people, of inspiring healthy living around the world, of helping mums become more than a mum. And when we found that when people attached to those missions, they stayed in the business longer, they became more passionate, right? They showed up more. They were wanting to help people. They weren't focused on themselves. They were focused on other people. And when we implemented that into our business of being focused on the why, on the mission, on the vision, our business changed. They transformed, their life got better, their life changed, and they went and told the world about it. And that's, you know, that's kind of how we were able to get people attached to this amazing mission of what we do. Thanks, Simon.
There you go. People buy where you are going, not what you are doing. And I thought that was the perfect way to leave the call tonight. People buy where you're going, There you go, guys. Thanks for being with me tonight. Great month, everybody. Amazing celebration for all of us. We're doing it, guys, because we know where we're going. Take care. Peace and blessings.
Thank you, Terry.
Thank you.
Thank you.